Hey everybody, Austin here. Today I wanted to make a video about the 5 things that I love about this Camaro, and if you haven't looked at or watched my video from a couple weeks ago on the 5 things I hate about it, go check that out. And since I did that, I figured the car probably deserved a little bit of love since we were, bashing it a couple weeks ago. Also, sorry, I hope the lighting's okay. It's a little later in the afternoon, just kind of doing a little evening stroll. So, anyways, the 5 things I love about this car, there's a lot of them, so we're just going to kind of bunch them up into categories and, go from there. So with that being said, we'll jump right into it. And this little Subaru apparently wants to race. Sorry, okay, so the number one thing I want to start out with what I love about this car is the looks. And I've always liked the look of this Camaro, or the 5th gen Camaro. And when I saw this one on the lot, I fell in love with it from the second I saw it. With the 1LE package, including the full ground effects package, I thought it just was a super slick looking car and very unique. There's a lot of Camaros around town, and this one, in my opinion, and I'm obviously a little biased because I own this one, but I think it's just one of the better looking cars, or at least the better looking Camaros in town, the way it's kind of specced out. And I did the white letters on the tires to make it a little bit more unique, and I think that really sets it apart from some of the other cars around here, at least. And so yeah, the looks of it looks so aggressive coming at you, even from the side with the white letters on the tires. I think it makes, or has, an awesome contrast. And with the black and the red, and then you have a little bit of white in there, it looks cool. And then from the back, due to the fact that it does have a little bit wider tires than the standard SS, I think it looks really cool with the stance it has. It's really wide and aggressive. So obviously, I love the looks of this car. It sold me on it from the day I saw it. So that's a big part of it for me. So next thing, I guess number 2 here would be the performance side of it. And I know everybody's going to say they love the performance of their car, otherwise why would you own it if you didn't? But I really just wanted to talk about how much, or how significantly better this car is now that it is turbocharged. The horsepower increase was about 426 from the factory, and that's at the crank, and I'm doing about 550 at the wheels, so close to 600 at the crank, and it's significant. The car runs 10 times better. It's just performance fantastic on the speed side of things. Now, other things I want to talk about in the performance side is like the steering, and you feel very connected with the road in this car through the steering. It's very responsive. That's something I enjoy a lot actually about it, is you just feel one with the road. Not to mention the fact that it's a manual, so you even feel more connected with the car. So it's really just mechanical, I guess you could say, in my mind is a good word for it. It's just, everything flows really well together, and you really feel what the car is doing and wants to do, and I really like that. The suspension is a little bit stiffer than like a standard SS. It does not have magnetic ride, which is one of the downfalls of this car for sure. However, the stiffened suspension, a little bit more track-focused suspension, is super nice in this thing. You feel really planted down, and it's not like violently rough. Just driving, like I'm just driving through town right now, and obviously I'm going like 20-30 miles an hour, and it's not bad. However, when you are doing high rates of speed, it is very planted to the ground, and I really like that, obviously. And there's some other performance aspects of it too, but those are some of just the basic things that I really do enjoy about this car, being that it's just it's an American-made muscle car. It really shouldn't perform and handle that well, and I think it really does do a great job. So I just wanted to point that out in this one, that it's more than just horsepower. So the next thing I want to go to is the sound, and I haven't really put too many videos out there or on the channel yet of what this car really sounds like. I know I believe my things I hate about this car, you could actually hear the turbo spool up and wastegate go off a little bit, but we'll do a video here soon about the sound. Let's see if I can get her to do anything right here. Don't worry, we weren't speeding. Yeah, that never gets old. Hopefully it turns out, or you can hear it in the video, because that is by far one of my favorite things about this car is the sound. Now that it is turbocharged, it is... I literally have had some of the worst days of my life, you know, with whatever it may be, and I've gotten in this car and just got on a little bit to where you could hear it, and like it makes you smile instantly. So I love that about it. You don't even have to be going fast, and like the sound just seriously like terrifies people sometimes when they get in here. They're like freaking out. So I love the sound about this car. Like I said, hopefully you can hear that, but I will make a video just, you know, strictly kind of on the sound of this car from the outside. I'll do some outside shots, and hopefully you can get a, you know, an idea of what it's like. It's just awesome. I love the way this thing is. It just is like music. You know, it's fantastic. So anyways, that's number 3. Number 4 is actually gonna be, this one is kind of goes along with the last video I made on you know, a daily driving car, and it's just it's reliable and it's usable. You can pretty much do anything with this car that you know want to do, basically. I can, like, just now I was cruising downtown. I was like a 20-mile-an-hour zone, got off there and it's 40-mile-an-hour zone. On my way home, you know, it'll be 60, and then on the interstate here in town, or around the state actually, is 80. So at any one of those speeds, I have fun, and it's very enjoyable, and it's reliable, you know, as well. I never even really worry about getting in this car, and I'm never nervous that it's not going to be okay. You know, that's a big thing when you have aftermarket stuff. And I don't have to worry about that at all, and I definitely didn't worry about that when the car was stock. It just always did what it was supposed to do, and it continues to do what it's supposed to do, and I love that about it. I know some people that have cars and they're like, I'm not taking that thing across the state, or, you know, on a road trip, you know, because it's not reliable, and that is something that's very special, or it's not special, very important to me, that I can make sure I'm always safe and I can get where I need to be without any problems in this car. And it's usable. I can go to the grocery store and, you know, load the trunk up with tons of groceries. I take this thing to work on a daily basis in the summertime, to the gym, to the lake, whatever it may be. You know, I use it for my daily living, and that's just something that you know, is important as well to me, because why would you want to own a sports car or an exotic car or something that you're scared to use because, oh, it might, you know, get a little rock chip in it, or, oh, I can't really fit anything in here, so I can't take it to the grocery store, I can't go golfing, you know what I mean? Like, that's just something that kind of baffles me when some people buy these cars and they don't, like, they're totally, one, they're unusable, and then the people don't even try to use them at that point, and that's just not how that's not how you know, a car person should be. You know, if you're gonna buy a car like this, you should use it properly, and I do. And so I wanted to throw that in there. And then the last thing, number 5 here, this one's a little bit different because it's kind of more me. It's special to me, and this car is special to me. I got this vehicle when I was 19 years old, and obviously I just got it turbocharged, and I'm 21 now, so I've had it for a few years, and I've done ththings to it to make it, you know, more mine. And I've been a car person pretty much my whole life. Since I can remember, I had little toy cars, and I have always wanted a sports car of any kind, really. And it's really a dream come true to be able to get in this car and drive it every day, and I'm just very fortunate that I can. And it's just special to me when I sit in here. It's kind of my place to relax almost, and it's just something I truly enjoy doing, even if I'm just cruising across town real quick to pick something up. It's always a good day when I get to sit in here, and it's a comfortable place for me. like I said before, I've had bad days. You get in here and all your problems kind of go away. At least that's how it is in my book. So I know that one's a little weird, but anybody that's a true car person, I think, can relate to that and maybe even appreciate it a little bit. So with that being said, those are the 5 categories and things that I love about this car the most. Obviously, there's tons and tons of other things that I really do love about it, such as the interior. I know I said some things about it in the last video that I didn't like, but I really do enjoy being in here. There's awesome aspects of it. You know, the suede steering wheel and the shifter and flat bottom steering wheel. The seats are comfortable. There's just a whole bunch of things, but those are the 5 things I can just think of right off the top of my head that I really enjoy. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, please subscribe, give me some feedback, and I'd really appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great day. Take it easy.